What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike Rashid and
Nathalia Melo.
Say hi.
Hello.
That's what's up. So we out here, finished up like 2 or 3 days of shooting, just working. But we decided to do a little Q&A this time with me and Nathalia, so y'all can hear. Y'all can throw questions to a female, get a female perspective. You know, you ain't gotta always ask me about how to get big arms and all that good stuff. So, with that being said, you wanna go
Because
first?
I know that a lot of you guys probably, if it's not the girl who is watching, the guys have girlfriends.
Exactly.
So, if you wanna help your girlfriend to get to the gym, that's the chance.
Exactly. And for all those that think, you know, women lifting is gonna make you manly and buff, perfect example. See what I mean? That's what's up. Okay.
All right. Do we get the questions?
All right. We're just gonna run through them. So.
All right.
I'm not picking over any. I'm not writing anything down. I'm just gonna, as you send them in, we'll answer.
We have the phones here.
So, we only post it on Instagram. So, all right, here we go.
I like this one.
Go ahead.
How do you stay motivated year-round to stick to your diet? What's the best advice you can give for someone wanting to become a fitness model? So there are two questions here.
Okay.
The first one is how do you stay motivated year-round to stick to your diet? I think that it's not about being a diet, it's more about being a lifestyle. An example that I always use on my seminars when people ask about staying motivated and staying on track, I say that training and eating, making good choices as far as food goes becomes a habit. The same way that when you're a kid, your parent would make you brush your teeth every time you woke up every morning, and you still do it until this day. Why? Because it became a habit. You kept on doing it, and you got used to it. And that's what you have to do. Don't limit yourself to, oh, I'm never gonna eat that. Allow yourself to indulge from time to time, but most of the time, try to eat according to your goals.
Right. I feel like this year, I really wanted to get bigger. I wanted to grow, so I ate a lot more than I normally eat. Mm-hmm. So, however, I got bigger and I didn't like it, so I started cutting back down. So I got to like 240 something pounds, and that's a lot for me. I've never been over 220. So, however, I still didn't like go off eating a bunch of pizza and junk food to get big. You know, I just went on a surplus of calories of somewhat clean food. But like Nathalia said, I indulge every now and then. So I say try to be somewhat disciplined with your diet year round, even when you're off season. But don't be so. You can't live your everyday life like you're prepping for a show.
Yeah.
Because you'll drive yourself crazy and you'll drive the people around you crazy. You know, so perfect example, I used to hang out with a friend of mine, and it wasn't even fun because we could never go out to eat. I couldn't cook her food, nothing, because she always had everything prepared. So it's like, you gotta be a human sometimes and let your hair down. You gotta find a healthy balance. You know what I mean?
And I think that like even when you go to restaurants, there are ways, like for example, we just had dinner.
Right.
Order a piece of steak, grilled steak, steamed vegetables on the side. You can still go out with your friends and have a good time and enjoy their company and maintain a healthy eating habit, because it's a habit.
Right.
It's not a one-time thing. It's not a 12-week thing.
Yeah. See, that's the thing that I don't want you guys getting stuck on. Like, especially newcomers, say all of a sudden out the blue, you do a 12-week prep, like you do your first show or whatever, and if you don't continue it, like, you know, you go on a super restrictive diet with your calories and all of this clean food, et cetera, and then you just, after your show, you just stop cold turkey and you go back to eating whatever you want to eat, you will blow the hell up like a balloon. That's something you don't want to do. You want to ease into it. Like, give yourself some time. Like, you thinking about doing a show, start like trying to clean up your diet then, even if it's before the however long you plan on prepping, you know, ease into it. And then also another thing, when you're quote unquote off season, if you're eating fairly clean, like pretty healthy, and like she said, like, you know, having your cheats in moderation, if you decide to do a show, it's not going to be a difficult transition. It's not going to be a difficult or stressful prep. You know what I mean? Because whenever I get ready for something, it's not hard for me because I stay fairly lean with body fat, and that's because it's a lifestyle. I want to be healthy. I want to look good, not just for a show or a photo shoot.
And on that same note that you said, that same person that asked, she asked, what's the best advice you can give for someone who wanting to become a fitness model? It tags right along what you said. Staying in shape year round, it's a must if you're trying to pursue a fitness modeling career, because I mean, sometimes you have a 2-week notice. Hey, 2 weeks, 1 week. Hey, by the way, you're gonna be shooting in a week. Well, like, how are you gonna get in that 12-week shape in 1 week if you don't maintain that lifestyle, if you don't maintain that training, that eating healthy-ish
Exactly.
throughout the year?
Perfect example. My very first like gig in this industry, it was a shoot with Muscle and Fitness, a huge magazine, and it was because the photographer always talked to me in my gym. He liked my look, and the model didn't show up for a shoot, so they asked me to do it. I happened to be in shape at the time, you know what I mean? So, you know, you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, you know, because opportunity, like, success comes when opportunity and preparation meets, you know what I mean? If you prepared but you never have that opportunity, it's not gonna happen. It wasn't aligned, the stars wasn't aligned for you to make it.
Yeah.
But if that opportunity presents itself and you're not ready, you miss out. Somebody else gonna get that spot. So you wanna keep yourself, and I'm not saying, I want y'all to be healthy and happy. I'm not saying kill yourself. Don't starve yourself.
Be shredded.
You don't gotta be, you don't gotta be shredded. It's, you know, every day. But, you know, if you maintaining a healthy lifestyle, if you really want to be a fitness model, be legit about it and really live that lifestyle every day. And if you're living that lifestyle, you will look the part. You know what I mean? Because if you look like crap all the time, and then you just get in shape for shows here and there, that's not the lifestyle, and that's not a legitimate representation for, or you won't be a great ambassador for this industry or the lifestyle. And to some people, we do care about true fitness and health and stuff like that. So that's why you don't see me fat ever. You know what I mean?
You don't see me fat. And
ever.
Like, I think we both come from sports background. I swam for 12 years. I started weightlifting when I was 14.
Right.
You come from boxing, so I think that makes a little bit of a difference into making it a lifestyle, because we've been doing it for
athletics since children.
And I think that this is what you have to keep in mind to make it a habit, because making it a habit, it's gonna open a lot of doors. You're gonna feel good about yourself, and you're always gonna be ready to a show and to a fitness modeling gig and things like that.
Right. Also, I tell people the same thing all the time about how to be a fitness model. Honestly, I don't think being a fitness model is a career or that great of a thing. You know, having your picture taken for a magazine here and there, I guess you can make a career out of it, but you want to be your own boss at some point. So I always tell people, have something more to bring to the table than just how good looking you are.
That's another thing too that I get asked a lot, and it can kind of fit in that fitness modeling question. A lot of people are like, oh, I want a sponsor. Well, guess what? So does everybody else.
Exactly.
You and everybody and their mom.
You got to ask yourself, okay, you want to be sponsored? Why should somebody sponsor you?
Me, yes. What do I have to offer?
What do you bring to the table?
What do I have to offer? Not going to the company and being like, well, I want this. Well, guess what? Everybody else wants something too. But you have to prove them why they should pick you and not somebody else. What do you have to offer that the other person doesn't? You have to sell yourself. It's like a job interview. You have to sell to the interviewer or to the company what you have to offer. And that's, I think, where a lot of people make a mistake. They're like, oh, I look great. Well, a lot of people do too. What makes you different than the next person?
Exactly. So that's something to consider, you know, because I posted about this yesterday. Like, none of us or none of you are so great that you just stand around and look pretty all the time and post great pictures.
Let's look good.
And everybody's gonna love you and want to throw money at you and you're gonna have this great career. It's not realistic. It's like, and do you want that? You know what I mean? You have more to offer. A lot of y'all are great. Y'all have great potential. You got a lot more to offer than just looking good. So bring something to the table.
And like, I don't want anybody just like giving me money just for like, I want to earn my money.
Exactly. All right, next question. I'm gonna throw this to you. Stretching routines. Do you do any mobility work?
I do, not as much as I should.
Right.
I would say that I would do it.
Do you stretch before you lift ever?
After.
After.
No, normally after.
And why do you do it after?
Because
it's something you've always done?
Yeah, just or I'll do in between sets. I'll do some sort of stretching between sets.
Right. I personally, I don't do stretching routines. I'll stretch certain body parts after sets because you gotta stretch the fascia. You gotta, you know, you're pumping all of this blood and oxygen into these muscles, and you gotta stretch it out to allow more to get in there. So in between sets, I do some stretching with certain body parts, but I'm a person, I don't stretch before I lift. I warm up through the movement. So typically if it's a bench press, I'm warming up with the bar. If it's a squat, I'm doing squats with the bar, or with, like she said,
in my case, body weight.
Yeah. Or I just get in the squat position and I sit there, and you'll see me pushing my knees out with my elbows, stretching my hips, just trying to, cause I'm tight, you know. So.
Oh. Tell me about it. Yes.
So
very crooked.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of debate on stretching versus warming up, and nobody's right. Whatever works for you, give them both a try and see what works best.
But I do think that there has to be some stretching, and I should do more myself, and I know that. But even for your range of motion when you're lifting, it's very important, especially when it comes to a squat, a lunge.
Right.
If you don't have the flexibility to do a full range of motion, you're losing a lot of the gains that you could make if you had that mobility to do so.
Right. I got a good question for you. Somebody just asked.
Oh God.
Everybody be admiring your booty because you got one of the best in the biz.
Oh,
it is what it is.
Much.
She wants to know, how many days a week do you dedicate to your booty?
To glute training? I would say 3. But like when I say 3 times a week, it's not that I'm beasting glutes 3 times a week.
Right.
But I'll do, one day I'll do a little bit of quads and glutes. Maybe 2 exercises, 4 sets, get it out of the way. Not high intensity, more isolation. Then on Wednesday, I'll do hams, a little bit of glutes.
Right.
Then on Friday, I'll beast glutes.
Okay.
That's the day that I increase the intensity.
So you touch on it all throughout the week, and then one day you just destroy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
how
do
I
that too. I do my little booty, my leg raises in the back now.
The kickbacks, I can so see my kickbacks.
On the Bosu ball. Nah. All right. I'm gonna answer this too, but I'm gonna throw it to you first. What's the main characteristic you contribute your success in this industry?
I think personality. To not try.
Not booty. You want to say booty?
Well, the booty does help, I would say, but I think that with the booty has to come a personality, and I think that would be the main characteristic that made me stand out.
Right.
I'm very outspoken, and
you do a lot of seminars, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yes. And I don't have a hard time speaking in front of people, and I enjoy it. My favorite part about the whole thing is doing seminars.
Right. See, that's one thing that some of you might not know. Like, you might see her pictures, you might see her on stage, but she's traveling the world, speaking, doing seminars, you know what I mean? And that's something that you got to be prepared to do if you want to be in that position. Like I said, you can't just sit around and look pretty all the time, because there's a lot of people like that. Say you sitting around looking pretty and you're getting attention, and she's sitting around looking pretty too, but she can go out and do seminars and draw in big crowds. You're going to be moved out of your position, you know what I mean? So you got to have things like that in your arsenal to bring to the table. But beyond that, you got to, like, okay, this will go into me answering this question. The main characteristic you contribute to success in the industry, I think, is my connection with you guys, you know, because I'm not going to do a video. It's very rare that you'll see a video of mine of me just working out, just beasting out. Like, you see the sweat, you see the sweat dripping off of my body. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm giving y'all every video, especially a training video. I'm breaking down everything that I'm doing. I'm giving you the process. I'm teaching you how to do this particular session, why I'm doing it, you know, and whatnot. And then if it's not that, I'm giving you a mental jewels video. You know, I'm constantly giving. I give. I don't expect you guys to just look at me and just admire me because I look cool.
And can I interrupt you real quick there? And I admire you for that, for posting workout videos, because these days it seems like everybody is a physio. Everybody has a PhD in exercise science. Everybody knows what the best exercise for your body is.
Right.
And like, I really don't know how you can cope, because sometimes it drives me absolutely insane.
It does.
You post like one little video, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you know?
I'm gonna tell you what allows me to cope with it. It's like when we're at destination, for those who came through today and yesterday, and guys come up and tell me about, oh, I just did week 2 of overtraining legs and it was great, or I'm seeing so many gains from this program or that program. Y'all don't be real. I be wanting to cry, like, damn, man, like, these people are really doing my programs and seeing success from it. And it may not work for everybody. And I tell you that my style of training, it may not be for everybody. Like I said, I see people doing completely different things than what I do, that are success, that look great and that are strong. So this is what I do this is something that I primed myself to, and that works for me. You know what I mean? I think it will work for a good portion of you, especially the hard gainers, because I am and always was a hard gainer. I put up a video of me boxing at age 13. You see how skinny I was. I was a hard gainer, so I gotta go all out all the time. You know what I mean? But nah, what I contribute to the little bit of success I have right now is y'all. Like, I feed off of y'all. You know what I mean? The more y'all like ask me questions and I want this, I want that, I want to see you tell us about this or break this down, it makes me, if I don't know it, I go study and I'll find out, or ask questions from people who do know that I respect, and then I give it to you. Or, you know, even with the supplement line, y'all want a certain product, I keep hearing y'all asking for it, I'm gonna go make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that you should appreciate that some of y'all don't, because some of y'all call me a sellout because I sell this and sell that. Listen, somebody gonna be selling you something. Who do you want it to be sold from? From somebody like me, somebody like y'all, who in the gym training, busting their ass every day, who live this lifestyle 24/7, or some fat dude in the office just cranking out products because he got money? You know what I'm saying? That's something y'all need to think about. You hear me? Don't make me come through that screen. All right, let's go. Moving on. Let me see. How does remaining an athlete coincide with you training as a bodybuilder, or did you lose some athleticism? I tell you what, I felt when I told you I was gaining weight this year, I felt I was losing some athleticism. Not necessarily athleticism, I was losing like agility, my endurance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was getting tired. Like, even like having sex, I had to take a break. Like, hold up.
Oh God, that's too much information right there.
Hold up.
Too much info.
So I didn't like that. I'd be sparring, I'd be good for 2 rounds, and I'm like, I gotta sit down.
You're getting old, my friend. That's the problem.
I was getting heavy, because as I lose weight, I feel fine. You know, I've lost 20 pounds already, back to my normal weight, and I feel way better, like way better. And that's why I had a beard for so long, because I had a fat face, so I was covering it. But nah, I lost a lot of endurance when I was a lot bigger, and I don't like the feeling. So, you know, I tried it. It didn't work for me, so I'm coming back down. All right.
Let's go to the next
what
question.
You got?
Turn eyes to slow.
Okay, I'll go to you.
How would you suggest it?
Okay, here's one on yours. Who has been the most inspirational and or supportive person in your life thus far?
I wouldn't like in life in general. I would say that it's my mom.
Okay.
It's very hardworking. I think that I'm a younger version of her.
Right.
My mom's very outspoken, and I think I got that from her. And she always raised me for the world, not for herself, even though I'm only child.
Right.
So I'm really grateful for that, and I admire that for that. She inspires me. And in the fitness industry, as a motivation within the fitness industry, I wouldn't say that I have one specific person. I think that my inspiration are moms that can get very fit after they have kids,
right.
and that they stay fit with kids. Because I have a dog and a fiance, and I feel like I don't have enough hours in my day.
Yeah.
If I had a kid, I think I would cry in the corner every 5 seconds. It's just like I feel like it's probably very overwhelming.
Right.
And it's easy to find an excuse, and a lot of moms out there, they look freaking amazing, and that's very inspirational.
Yeah, that's cool. Me personally, my kids motivate me. I know that sounds cliche and corny, but it's true, because my kids they're very smart, and they know what's up. They're very aware. They're 7 and 8, but they know. They're like wiser than their old souls, and you know, and they have ideas of their own businesses. And you know, my daughter is starting a pet rescue, an animal rescue center, and my son, you know, he has a supplement line under mine and T-shirt company and
Junior Alpha.
Yeah, Mr. Junior Alpha, and you know, he's just a bright kid, and I don't want to let them down at all, you know. So I want a constant progressive mission. Like, I gotta constantly progress, and you know, I got a lot of people that, you know, in my life that I help out, and I'm the guy. I gotta make sure everybody's all right. So I can't take my foot off the gas, and I won't, and I refuse to. So that's what keeps me motivated, and I'm self-motivated. My life is all about progression. Every week, every month, every year, I gotta be better. Mind, spirit, body, financial, you know, business, everything. I gotta be smarter. So I'm pretty self-motivated in that, but my kids. So I got a good one. Good.
I would say that I'm pretty I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I think my biggest motivation, like when I want to get going, it's I think myself, because I think it needs to come from within, and then you go get it and you make it happen. You cannot just sit around and be like, yeah, I'll wish. Well, you can wish as much as you want, but if you don't work for it, if you don't go after it, it's not going to be handed out to you.
Right. Okay, this is a good question for you, and this is going to help a lot of guys, because y'all be doing some bullshit.
I was looking at the same one.
All right. How do you handle being approached in the gym, by guys in the gym, the do's and don'ts? Now, answer this question as a woman who's engaged to be married and as a single woman. So 2 parts, 2 types of answers, I guess.
I think you have they're different. You have the creepy guy.
Like me.
That you're doing that, stiff that deadlift, and you can see in the mirror that the dude's looking.
Right.
You can see it, but he just doesn't get it.
Right.
And then you can just see that look like this.
I
just want to turn around and be like,
did you lose? You like food.
Yeah, I just want to turn around and be like, did you lose something by any chance? Can I help you? You have that creeper then that one I don't even like waste my
Right.
time speaking to, because that's scary. So I just
Right.
run.
Right.
And then you have the ones who think they're cool. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm gonna compete next week.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, like, do you think I'm shredded enough?
Right.
And then they lift that's a no. Touch my abs. Check out my abs.
They ask you that?
I've had, not now, because like the gym that I go to, a lot of them know my fiance,
right.
and they wouldn't go there.
Right.
But like when I worked out in Florida, oh yeah, you know, like, check out the abs. What you think? I'm like, I think you look pathetic right now about that. Like anything that is like showing off your body, I'm personally am not a fan.
Yeah,
It's not really my cup of tea.
in this industry, you see bodies, you get desensitized. Like, especially a lot of people think that I go after all the fitness girls. I don't, because I see these girls, and this is God. Like, we all go through this. Your tan stinks. You know what I mean? Like, you look sick in the eyes and the face. Like the day of the show, like it's like I'm kind of turned off. Like, you know what I mean? And then a lot of the people that I, you see all the time, it's like, it's mentally, I'm sure you've seen it. A lot of competitors are just off mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, it ain't that. Listen, I'm gonna give you a tip. You gotta be smooth about it. Because look, it is what it is. It is what it is. You see a beautiful woman, you want to check her out. Even it don't mean you have to say something to her or you intend on trying to date her. But if you want to look, this is what you do. You see her coming this way, you start looking that way. So she just happened to walk into your line of vision, so you can see that boot tag without looking like a creep. Without looking like a creep.
I just learned something.
I ain't gonna lie, I do that because I don't want to be like, oh damn. And sometimes,
check that out.
Sometimes it happens. Like, you see a beautiful woman, you like, you telling your like, bro, like, you know what I mean? So I'll be like, bro, start looking that way. You know what I mean?
Just turn around now.
So that way you don't look like the creep that you really are.
But I just think that like approaching women in the gym, it's, I don't think that's the right spot.
I don't do it. Every time I see a dude trying to show a girl how to, I'm like, bro, she don't want you.
No.
I feel bad. I feel bad for women. See, and it's been plenty of times that I've wanted to approach a girl in the gym, but I won't because I don't want to be the 10th guy that's fucking bothered her.
Or like a good tip, like wait until she's, if you see that there is a chance, maybe perhaps eventually, then you are kind of okay to approach, but wait until she's like almost done with her workout, and then I don't know, find some random subject. I think the AC is broken. So it's like a good way to start a conversation that it's not about looks, because if she's a good looking girl, she probably heard that she looks good 1,000 times. You're gonna be 1,001.
Right.
You don't want to be 1,001. You want to talk about something other than the way she looks.
Okay. All right, so Jane, this is a friend of mine, Jane. She wants to know how you did your first few NPC shows, and what happened? What I do?
Breaking.
How'd you do your first few shows? Basically, how'd you separate yourself from the pack, network and market yourself as an amateur? Any advice for a rookie entering the fitness industry with success being the goal? Jane, that's a long ass damn question. It's still like 5 more paragraphs. Knock it off. Basically, how did you do your first few shows? And I'd like to know, how long did it take for you to turn pro? And what advice do you have for a newcomer? And how did you separate yourself from the pack, all the other 5 billion girls?
When I started competing, I think that bikini was very new. Bikini was around only for a couple of years.
Right.
And it wasn't really set what they were looking for.
Right,
they kind of knew, but not really.
Right.
And I came from, believe it or not, a pageant background. So I had
But it's a connection, though.
Yeah. I had this stage presence, which is extremely important when it comes to bikinis. So I think that one of the main things that made me stand out when it came to competing was the stage presence that I got from my pageant background. And I think that when I prepped very hard for my first show, but I didn't take it too seriously, like psychotic seriously.
Right.
I worked very, very hard, and I did everything I was told to, but I didn't overthink everything. And I think that my relaxed attitude towards it made a difference.
Right.
Made a difference. And what was the other part of the question?
Just how did you separate yourself from everybody else?
I think I wasn't very familiar with the industry. That's perfect. I wasn't familiar with the industry. I didn't know a lot about the fitness industry. I don't know who was a big name and who wasn't.
Right.
So a funny example was that a couple months after I did my first show, I met Jay Cutler. But I was very new to the industry, and I wasn't really sure who he was. So I'm there talking, like chit-chatting with him, like talking and, hey, what's up, man? But I didn't know who he was.
Right.
So he's always probably so used to having people, and I really didn't, because I didn't know who he was. And he was like that with a lot of photographers. They are big names in the industry that I didn't know who they were.
Right.
And promoters and even judges that I met them, but I didn't know who they were. And it was such they're so used probably to people bending over backwards, excuse the language. That
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And some people do something strange for a little piece of change. We're gonna talk about that today.
So and I was just being myself.
Right.
And I think that goes back to how we first started our Q&A. Be yourself, have your personality, and don't change it. Don't change it.
Right.
Whether you win a show or you don't win a show. Winning a show doesn't make you a better person. But being a better person will make you a winner.
That's heavy right there. That's pretty good. All right, so let's move on. All right. Somebody asked me, what do I hope to accomplish in the next 5 years? You know, honestly, hold on. Why such tight pants? Because I got legs, motherfucker. What? Why such tight pants? First of all, my pants ain't tight. It's just that I fill them out. Homeboy, how about that? Ask your girl if she like my... Nah, it's fine. All right. Oh, somebody else asked me, what I think about test boosters. I know nothing about them. It doesn't sound safe. I say stay away from it. Put yourself in an anabolic environment. Eat good, clean, healthy meats with healthy fats. Good Kobe steaks, bison, venison, salmon. Train your ass off. Eat well. Get plenty of sleep. These are ways to naturally raise your testosterone. I don't know nothing about test boosters. You might get gyno. We talked about this yesterday. You don't want bitch tits. That's a medical term. It is a real thing. I'm not making this up. It's in the doctor said it's bitch tits. You don't want that.
Was it Dr. Oz?
Dr. Oz. Ozzy. So leave test boosters. I don't know, bro. Honestly, it's not something I ever tried. It's not something that I'd be interested in.
All right, that's a good question here. How often do you guys eat normal? And when I say normal, I mean as having Oreos or a cheeseburger and stuff.
That's not normal.
Yeah,
like Oreos is not normal. If that's normal, then you're probably obese and very unhealthy. This is one thing you got to consider, because I know a lot of people do the flexible dieting, and I think that shit is dope. And if it fits your macros, I didn't know about it for a while because I stay away from the trends, but I read up on it. I was like, this is cool. However, you don't want to so just like the people that sell Herbalife, they'll tell somebody that's overweight, you could just eat once a day and eat these bars and shakes and you're gonna lose weight. Yeah, that's true. You can eat once a day and eat 3 Snickers a day and lose weight. Does that make it right? No. Just fitting your macros, it's a lot more to your health and your nutrition than macronutrients. It's micronutrients. Also, if you're only worried about, the amount of fats, carbs, etc., and you're trying to eat Pop-Tarts just because you can do it because it fits in your macros, you got to worry about residual plaque being built up in your arteries, your heart health, you know what I mean? blood pressure. Like, it's a lot of, you want to be healthy. Like, you don't want to just look like you're good. You can be fat on the inside. There's visceral fat that covers your organs. You don't see it, you know what I mean? But you could be very unhealthy and look ripped and look good until, you know, something happens, till you have a heart attack, a stroke, you know what I mean?
And you know another thing.
Diabetes.
These companies, the processed food industry that makes Oreos, that makes all this stuff, they do studies for years and years and years and years to make that Oreo become Oreos.
That's
in
crazy.
a way that you cannot just eat one. They design it so you become addicted,
It's addictive,
to it.
yeah.
And that's the reason why you cannot have one. Like, I am, to me, one person that can have, oh, let me go to the store, I'm going to get a box of Oreos, I'm going to have one, and then I'm going to go to bed.
Right.
No, you're going to have one box. So the processed food industry makes it in a way that you come back for more. That's why I think that sometimes the extreme, if your macros can get catchy, because when do you know when to stop?
Right.
If the food is designed in a way that you shouldn't stop, it doesn't want you to stop.
Right. To address your question, you should make eating normal be eating healthy. Okay. Oreos shouldn't be normal.
That's a good point.
Like Nathalia said, like, I can't eat, like, if I got chips in the house, I can't just grab a few. I'll go grab a few, eat, go back and grab some more, eat. Like, fuck it, I grab the bag.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like that too.
Because it tastes good. She right. They put something in there that make you hooked. So I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I will eat it because it tastes amazing. It does. You don't, you know, every now and then I'll indulge. I'll have my ice cream, my chips. You know what I mean? But there's also things that you can do. You can make like protein. Like I gave you guys the protein, the homemade protein bars. You can make like a protein custard. There's so many different healthy ways
options
that are sugar free. You can flavor stuff with stevia, with the PB2 peanut butter powder, like all these different, even different like. I use a lot of Mark Lobleiner's Machine Whey. This dude got some amazing flavors like the Caramel Sutra. You can make your own delicious treats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your little twist.
You just got to be plugged into it. And this is like whenever I have pancakes or protein pancakes, I'm so used to having sugar-free syrup. It's times that I want to have real sugar, real
it's
syrup,
overwhelming,
and it's too rich and sugary. So you want normal eating to be fairly healthy. So you want to try to switch things over.
And not only that, also because you need to think about how it makes you feel. Like every time that I eat your normal,
you feel
I
sick.
mean Oreos and like what everyday people think it's normal, I just want to sit on the couch. I feel so lethargic and drained and crashed, and 5 minutes later I'm hungry again, and I go back to the same crappy food.
Right. I am same here. Like me and my kids will go to the movies. Movie time for me, relax, chill, have snacks. Sometimes I'll overdo it, you know what I mean? Big thing of popcorn, red vines, you know, little milk duds, some jujubes, what else? Ice, nah. But and
I bring my own popcorn.
I'll feel it'll taste good while I'm eating it, but afterwards, I feel sick. I want to go to sleep. You know what I mean? So it reminds you why you don't eat like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, you don't want that to be normal. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do
the last question.
Another question, and then we're gonna call it a day. What does it take to be completely obsessed with the gym? I'm an occasional smoker, cigarettes, and I want to become addicted to the gym like I used to be when I was a personal trainer at Bally's years ago. Big fan, hopefully looking forward to your response. I'll tell you a couple things you could do. I'm trying to find your pictures. You don't look like you're overweight or anything like that, but take a picture of yourself with your shirt off and just put it in the mirror and ask yourself, just leave it there, like, do you really want to look like that? Take another picture with your ideal physique, you know what I mean? Try to be like, you know what, I need to change. Also, the cigarettes, you're not overweight, you're not fat. However, You smoking cigarettes, you're destroying your heart and your lungs. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. And you may not feel it now, but you will feel it later. You know what I mean? So you gotta take your real health into consideration. Also, go to, I was talking to some people. So all this week I've been training at at Dallas, Destination Dallas. And it's very similar to our gym, Metroflex LBC, in that it's somewhat of it's a hardcore gym. So basically you come in there and they fix you up, you get right. Not only do you get right, it's like when you're training in the right capacity, the right way, and it is what it is, it's hard to get real training in a 24-hour fitness or LA Fitness, like the regular global gyms, unless you already know what you're doing or else you're already dialed in. But when you get that initial change, you're hooked. You are hooked. The endorphins that you stimulate in your mind, it's a natural high when you're lifting in the right capacity for your body. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna start feeling stronger, tighter. You're gonna start looking better. It's hard to let, like, oh, I look better in 2 months.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let that go. You're gonna keep striving for that progress. So try to find a good gym. Try to find a good gym partner, or get a good trainer, and then just go. Just decide what do you want to do with your life in that aspect.
May I add something to that? And go. Just get in your car and go.
Right.
Like, stop saying tomorrow, because I think that after you take a break, even like for me, I don't take a lot of breaks. My longest break, I think, would be 4 days before I drove everybody around me absolutely insane.
Right.
It's hard, even after a 4-day break, it's hard to get back on that routine.
Right.
But I just peel myself out of the couch, get in the car, and go. Even if I don't do a lot, at least I know that I have made it there. And I think that creating that habit again, it's also very important to have that habit and to make the time.
Right.
Like, make an appointment, make a block on your schedule as you would if you had a business meeting.
Right. There it is your life. You know, you live it how you want to live it. You want to be unhealthy? You want to sit around and smoke cigarettes? Or you want to get healthy and get stronger, enhance your physical appearance and your health, and it does so much for you mentally. You know, when you're in great shape and you look great, everything you put on fits well, people treat you different. It's a fact. I mean, is it shallow? Maybe, but it's human nature. You will get treated differently. You know what I mean? You will carry yourself with more confidence. You will, and being a confident person in life will help you become more successful. You know what I mean? When there's situations to where you can walk into something with boldness and confidence and achieve something, when a person is not confident, is like, nah, I'm not ready for that. You know what I mean? You'll never be that person. That's why I tell people I'm so alpha. I say it to yourself. Tell yourself you're alpha. Look in the mirror and say, I'm a fucking boss. Be that boss. You know what I mean? Straight up. And so your health is something that you can directly control. So many things in the world and life that we have no power over, but you have power over yourself. You know what I mean? So take that control. You can get stronger and you can get in better shape. You can. I don't want to hear nothing about gym memberships are expensive, none of that. Because if you have money for a cigarette or for Jordans, you got money for a gym membership. You know what I mean? Even if it ain't the gym, you can get outside and start with push-ups and calisthenics and jogging and sprinting. You know what I mean? You have control over your health, over your life, so act like it. You know what I mean?
Like, if you eat, like, let's just say like that, if you eat out 3 times a week and you twice and you spend $10 each time that you go out, that's $20 a week. Times 4, that's 80. An average gym membership you can get from 20
to $50
to $50. So right there.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
1 week.
And if you actually, I shouldn't even say that. If you're the person that'll come with excuses, I don't care, because I have very little compassion for excuse givers. Y'all already know that about me. So if you got excuses, just go ahead and sit on the couch, eat bonbons, eat your snacks, and watch Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, I'm the same
Watch the
way.
Kardashians.
Oh God.
So listen, no excuse. Just handle your business. You know what I mean? All right. So we are going to sign out because it's getting late out here. It's 11 after 11. She's on.
I'm on like, for me it's like
Europe
4:30 in
time.
the morning.
So, you know, she's passing out. So
I'm like,
all right, we about to go. Call it a night.
thanks for the invite, Mike.
Yeah,
thanks for
anytime.
listening to our long, deep down conversation.
We're going to have to chop this all up. It's long. Chop it. Scissors. These are scissors. See that? Scissors. All right, that's what's up. Love y'all. Much love.
Later.
Peace.